I look at our demographic here and where the lines are that turn from conservative to either orange or green. And the outskirts of Waterloo Region, I mean, as soon as you get out of kind of the neighborhoods, you get into farmland and you get into the townships. And I think that's just a very interesting consideration that, you know, you've got hardworking folks who kind of are on the more open land areas of the region who would, you know, by their vote would say they're more conservative. And when you get into kind of the uptown areas and downtown areas, it's a complete flip and complete reversal, which, you know, it's got to be consistent with what you find in other cities, right? In urban cores.
And Poppy and I were talking about this last night. What's the difference there? And I think, in my opinion, one of the major differences is people, for the most part, that live in urban centers, which I live in, think that it's the government's responsibility to take care of a lot of things for them. That it should be the government that should be providing them. Yeah. A lot of people in this region think it's the government's job to shovel snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas when you get into the townships, when you get further into more smaller towns and more rural areas, and I grew up in Strathroy, it's my hometown. Yeah. I'm bragging now, but
props to Strathroy.
Strathroy.
Very Ontario boy myself, but
beautiful.
That's another conversation.
When you get into the smaller towns, and especially in rural areas, you recognize that the government is going to do very little for you. So you realize that if the government isn't going to do much for me, then I'm going to support the government that traditionally has had a limited scope. Yeah. And I think that's one of the key differentiators. Yeah. A lot of people that live central, I expect the government should be doing this. It's the responsibility of no, it's not. People in the small towns will tell you, no, it's not. Yeah. And I don't